I just want to quickly go in and check what the situation is live.
Hello.
Hi, in case. Yeah, we're live, aren't we?
We're live.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
Yeah. Hopefully you can see and hear us okay.
Yes.
If you could let us know what the audio is like first before we get going, that would be...
We have had a couple of issues.
Yeah,
so...
the normal streaming software that we use, for
Yes.
whatever reason, has decided that it
doesn't like our mic anymore.
Yeah, it didn't want to work anymore.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's been working absolutely fine.
Yes.
And then it's decided to no longer work.
Today is the day that
it thought, you know what?
No, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna chill out now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother with this.
Sorry, but if you wanted to stream, you're gonna have to use something else.
Yeah, exactly. So we've quickly had to open up a different OBS. So hopefully you can see and hear us okay. If you can, please let us know in the chat. It would be mucho apreciado. That's Spanish, by the way. It's not correct Spanish, but
I didn't think it sounded correct Spanish anyway.
Okay, no, it's mucho apreciado. No?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Right, we'll go in and say a few hellos. Thank you for everyone that's joined us. I'm going to quickly go in and say, I think Lucy's in the chat, Peter
Hello.
Ray, hi Jason, Stu, Dublin Reseller, RJ, Shazad has popped in, hi Shazad, Laura Eccleston as well, Koss has popped in as well, Adam
Jason
Kelsey.
says audio's fine.
Brilliant. Adam Kelsey,
Good.
Sue's in as well, hi
Yes.
Sue, how are
And
you?
I'm
Stu,
really glad to see Sue back on YouTube.
she's back on YouTube.
She's back. That's
Exactly.
really awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good. It's
It
good.
is. It's really, really good.
Adam says audio's tickety boo. That's fantastic. Claire says, hey everyone, what have you been up to this week, Z and Beck? I think Claire's trying to get us going on the topic.
Like straight in.
South London Research, Bettina, Silver Hair Stacker. Yeah, it is.
Hello.
We are obviously going to talk about our week.
We're obviously starting a little bit earlier than we normally do.
Yeah, but the reason is we need to get out and do the dog walk afterwards, and it can just be a little bit of a kerfuffle sometimes.
So we're trying to kind of move things around.
Exactly. Sue says, hi Becca, I was just about to watch your latest video and this went live. I'll catch it after.
Yeah, don't watch that.
You're a bit bright. Too many floodlights, says John.
Oh, no.
It's just one light.
It's one light.
It's one light.
It's one
Maybe
light.
it's because it's directed.
Shall we kind of... There we go.
Is that better?
Is that better?
Is that a bit better? We've gone for the bounce off the ceiling there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we look better. I've shaved.
So we're
That's
starting our
news,
weekly update.
with our news, yeah.
So here's had a
So
shave.
I've had a shave. Doesn't that count?
No.
But it does. I did
I'm
it.
pretty sure people aren't going to sit here just because, you know, you've decided to shave this week.
Well, they would.
No.
Well, I'm saying it anyway. I've shaved. You know, I don't like shaving. It's quite a big deal. So you know, I'm going to put it out there. Yeah, it's all right. You know, it's okay. What else? Sue is back. Get in, says Adam.
I know. Right?
Just working through the backlog. Have a fun weekend of listing new stock, says Shazad. Oh yeah, because you've been on holiday and stuff, hasn't he? So he's been away. So, so hopefully the video looks good as well. Antoinette has popped in. Daniel says, hi Z, did I miss much? No, you haven't. And Ash, thank you, Ash. Ash has just complimented me saying I look 60 all over again. Thank you, Ash. Well, it's an improvement from the normal 87.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not bad for an 87.
Exactly. Yes. Becca says, Atsu, I took your advice and did a video about my reselling background. Z had a shave and has he brushed his hair, says Bira. Not really.
Well, it's better than it looked this morning. So
yeah,
you must have done something
I
to it.
can't really brush it. It's so wild at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you know, there's not a lot I can do with it. I think it's just too much of it. I really need to get it cut. But you know, South London Research says, hi Becca, watching your videos. Hey, it's the models, says Dave. You're a model now.
No, are you?
Guess so. You know, pretty handsome.
Well, there you
go. So
we'll take that.
you said it in the car. So.
Oh yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, just put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
So, all right. World Event says hi as well. All right.
Yes.
Let's get going. with our week, shall we? Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's talk about eBay and stuff. Not really a great deal to talk about as such. We've still been on kind of a holiday mode. For those of you that don't know, Hannah, our oldest daughter, was in New York, and she didn't get back till Wednesday. And an unexpected kind of side effect, I suppose, of that.
Well, I think we both knew that we weren't probably going to be that productive.
Yeah.
I mean, I went back to work on Monday anyway. So eBay for me, it's back to my normal working hours this week. So eBay for me always takes a back seat when I'm back at work.
Yeah.
Not that it took a front seat when I was off on holiday.
I mean, you know what? I feel that it's one of those situations where when you have half term as well, it does throw you off, even though when you think about it, what are you actually doing that's different?
Yeah, because even though Hannah was away, we still had our youngest here. So you were obviously having Zara with you all week.
Yeah.
So, and because she was also missing her big sister.
Yeah, we basically all fell up.
And we were just moping around the house, like, you know, it was like the end of the world. Yeah.
We didn't sleep. I barely got any sleep.
We weren't sleeping at all.
And due to that, productivity did suffer.
It did, massively.
Which is a shame. But it happens. Yeah. Shave the hair off again, Z, says Adam. Maybe if we do it like for charity again, I'll do it. Yeah. But I like my hair now. Z, also, have you also got the brute aftershave on? No, that's just for special occasions. Just
slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
It's not his birthday.
And Claire says, did your daughter have the time of her life, and did you cry when she got home?
Oh, do you know what? I was absolutely over the moon to see her, because I was working that day and I didn't finish until like 5 in the evening. And they came to pick me up from work, and I just gave her a big massive hug, and I just said to her, I've missed you so much.
It was brilliant. It was lovely to see her, and
but
she did.
She did a fantastic time. She has come back with like an amazing confidence. About
it's
her,
been
hasn't she?
it's been well worth it. On a side note, on this trip,
no.
By the way, Lonnie says Hazy and Bex got y'all on the telly while I work. Yeah, I got y'all on the telly.
Hi, Lonnie.
I don't know. That's how you say it, isn't it? Got y'all on the telly. No, I can't.
You
telly.
Can't do it.
Telly's like an English word, like a UK word. People don't say telly over in the US, do they, Lonnie?
How do you know?
Because it just sounds not like something that TV. I've never heard. I've watched a few American TV shows. I know that's stereotyping, but still. But thanks for popping in, Lonnie. Karen says hi as well.
Hi, Karen.
You could cut Z's hair for him with a hedge trimmer. So
yeah,
you can use
it.
Jason. I actually listed a hedge trimmer today.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And Dave says, anyone else here want to see Z do a line of knitting?
I wouldn't even trust him with my knitting, so there's no way he's
knitting. Yeah.
There's no way you're coming near my knitting.
No.
With your skills.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Beck's been doing some like super knitting streams that you should check out. Is that what they are? They're like
super.
Super knitting. I don't know how to describe.
What are you like?
I just thought, you were like, I was like, why you do these streams? But they're super. They're kind of super. I don't know.
How are they super?
I don't know. They make.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
Okay. You're both beaming talking about her, says Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It is very. It's so nice. It is so nice when you see like for after such a long while, and it seemed like a long while. In reality, it was only like 5 days. Georgie Gar, right back at you. That's what I'd say. Lonnie says, "Lol, no, I mix redneck and UK." See, I told you.
Okay.
Y'all, I get. The thing is, you can say y'all, like
Okay.
But right.
Anyway, but a week on eBay has been a little bit unproductive.
However,
but
it has been unproductive. That's correct. We have not done much listing. Like we did 0 last week. This week
I edited 6 items that I had photographed on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then today I actually did some listing. That was on the second store. So
the thing is, I can't. I'm pretty happy with really how things are at the moment, simply because I'm like, just even with no work, and you know, we really have kind of slacked with the listings. We've maintained the store, don't get me wrong, you know, we've maintained what's going on, but like we haven't been doing as much listing as we normally do.
Like we've been doing what we kind of have to do.
Yeah, but considering that, it's not been absolutely terrible, but it hasn't been great either.
No.
However, we have like the title of tonight's chat is obviously apps that help productivity, and there's a couple of things that we want to try to kind of build into what we do regularly going forward. Now, what it is basically, I've noticed that when it comes to technology, right, this is something that I think is kind of interesting. I don't know how many of you in the chat will appreciate this or not, but like I'm like in my late 30s, right? I'm 37. You're 37. When I was 18 is around the time, I think, no, it was a bit older, like 19 or 20, was around the time that mainstream broadband became available in the UK. Like, remember, we got free serve with the little green frog thing.
The thing that made that awful noise.
With 128 kilobits download speed. And for me, all I've really ever... my initial experience of the internet was purely to do with multiplayer gaming. And I've always seen like the internet mainly as a tool for fun, like just mostly playing games. We used to go on like, well, you're not you, but we used to go on like ogreish.com and stuff, which is pretty gross. But like that was the internet. Like that was like and forums, you know, going on forums and arguing with people under silly usernames. You know, that kind of thing. That was my first experience of like the broadband and the internet, and I think I've never really grown out of it. And social media then came along, obviously, and you know, it's just an extension of that. It's not really that productive. And recently, obviously, we've had the Fitbit craze, which was my first time thinking that actually the internet and social media can be really useful. And because of that as well, this week I've started using software that, believe it or not, my own daughters who've grown up with the internet, you know, like this is why I'm making the kind of context of it, because I've grown up like when the internet was introduced to me and when broadband was introduced to me, it was mainly used by people that like to look up, you know, other stuff, you know, the majority of internet traffic, and then there was people playing video games. That's pretty much that was the main users of fast broadband back then, really. And I think I grew up with that, but now our kids are growing up with all this, and they use it in so many good ways. They use it in so many positive ways, and like my daughter uses an app, and I've mentioned this before, called AnyDo. But I started using this week Google Calendar. Now I know this sounds really stupid, but Google Calendar I can see being massive for productivity. And you've used it before. Do you want to just tell them what it's?
I mean, I've used it before, Google Calendar. I don't use it as much as I used to, and it's something that I want to get back into using, because I do feel like if I have it more to hand, like what I want to get done during the day, especially with working now, it will kind of just help like keep on track with that sort of thing. But it's a really, really awesome app. So you can have it on your desktop, and you can have it on your phone as well. I've actually put the app on my
It's one of those apps that's so like simple and there. It's almost, you know, like you've got calculator, you know, you take it for granted, but calculator you still use now and then, you know, you use it I use it regularly. But like the Google Calendar app, even though it's just there, it's there anyway. If you've got Chrome, you've probably got it anyway.
I mean, you can, the thing is,
it gets we overlooked it.
I mean, you can really block out like good amount of time during your day, just to you know, just to help with your work day. And it also, I'm pretty sure you were telling me about the tasks on it as well. So you can actually set like tasks as well, and they don't necessarily have to be things that will take much of your time. It could be like a little reminder to say, oh, I need to send an email here, or I need to pick up this or order this, and it's not necessarily something that needs to be in a time slot, but it's just a reminder that you need to do it. And I think that is like a really good feature, all within one place.
Just to mention in the chat, Karen says, are you telling me you don't remember dial-up? And people are talking about dial-up. It's not that we don't remember dial-up, we do.
Absolutely,
we used to have dial-up internet with FreeServe before. No, I think it was BT actually. No, I had BT internet when we first on dial-up, and then we moved to FreeServe when they had broadband. Krillin's super chatted $2, thank you. What did you have when we had America Online? Well, we used BT internet back in the day, but like, it's not that we don't remember dial-up, it's just that I think when the internet first had a big impact or took up a lot of my time was online gaming when broadband came around. And I think I've never really had a super healthy kind of relationship with it and taken advantage of it. Like kids nowadays are growing up with this stuff and using it, you know, really basic. And it like, if I said this stuff to my daughter, she's like, well, obviously, you know, why wouldn't you?
So our youngest daughter is like really what's the word, organized, I suppose. She's super organized. And she sets multiple alarms throughout the day, and each of those alarms are like different things, reminding her to do different things. She has been teaching herself how to play the keyboard. She's taught herself how to play the ukulele, and she sets like time to revise for her exams, and even if she hasn't got an exam coming up, she's still sitting down and revising for a subject, and setting an hour or two aside when she's doing it. And she uses this AnyDo, doesn't she? I
mean, but the thing is, for them, it's just so, it's like part of their DNA almost, you know, like, whereas for me, like, it's never become part of what I do. And it's just, having used it this week, it's so amazing how it's like this app has got the power to give you, it feels like more time. It's not, it's the same time that I've always had, but it's because I'm aware of that time.
I was going to say, I don't think it gives you more time.
Well, no, of course, there was no doubt. There was no doubt about. You didn't have to say.
But I think what it highlights is that, you know what, it makes you think about every minute that you have during your day. Completely. And how much you can fit into your day. And that's what it makes you
I mean, let's just go into the chat and see what people are saying about it. By the way, Carmel has asked, Hannah is back with us, and she had an amazing time. Carmel, thanks for asking. Really do appreciate it. Kenneth's popped in as well. People going through their old email addresses, you know, like master_the_rock. Original email addresses were hilarious, weren't they?
Absolutely.
And yes, just going through some of people's comments, Adam says calendar time blocking is awesome, and South London Reseller says I use Google Calendars to remind me when jumble sales are on.
That's a good way to do stuff.
Yeah, you know, and I do feel that it's just, you know, it's just one of those things where it really does come in handy. Southwest Seller says, good evening, Bex, and the best live streamer on a Friday. And hello, chat. So, and then Karen says, I try to do weekly lists, otherwise I tend to overload myself with items.
That's not a bad way to do it.
And Barry says, I use it for my full-time job as a must. If and when I go full-time reselling, I don't think I could get through a day without the great Google Calendar. And I'm like, it's there, and yet I'm like, how did I go all these years without using it? Like, how did that happen exactly? Like, what? You know, it's insane. I just think it's one of those things that it just makes you feel that, like, if I'd known this, it's one of those. It really was one of those moments. I'll give you guys a good example. Like, today is normally a not very productive day for me, because Beck's at home in the morning. She goes to work at around 1:30ish, 1:30, and I'm dropping her off. And the thing is, by the time I get back home, it's like 2:00. And in the morning, I might not have done anything because I've just been chilling, hanging out, just, you know, with Beck. And it's like 2:00 in the afternoon on a Friday, and I know that is like a good 4 hours still before I'm going to pick her up. 4 hours is a long time when you say it, but believe me, the amount of those 4-hour blocks that I have just squandered week after week after week, it's shameful, really, and I've got no other words for it. It's just shameful. I'm ashamed to have wasted that much time, because time is so precious, and like, you know, you want to spend doing it on things that you enjoy. Like, do you know what I mean? You only want to do things that you enjoy with your time. Hence why we're doing this chat. You know, but it's shameful how many of those 4-hour blocks are wasted. Today, as soon as I got back, I was like, okay, bam, I started putting these things into the calendar. And by magic, I did them. I mean, I've been sat on these garden tools for ages. I blocked some time to get those listed. I did that. I blocked some time to cook dinner. I did that. I blocked some time to have a shave and a shower. I did that. All this stuff that normally, like, I wouldn't end up doing. I'm being honest. You know, Fridays, how many times? Beck, can I just get something to eat? Take away.
You do.
Because I didn't cook. Beck, I didn't cook. Let's get some takeaway. True. So, you know, and today it's just completely changed that. Yesterday it was brilliant as well, because I got work done yesterday thanks to it. It's one of those things that I just feel that if you're not on this, really, really go for it. RJ says, use Google Calendar with my Alexa dot spot. Very good. Dave says, I got an alarm at 2 p.m. It means get up and go to work for 2 p.m. Dave likes to keep it simple but effective. Thank you, Kaching. That's paid. Have so many unpaid item cases open this week, says Karen.
Aww.
Yeah, we've got about 3 or 4 at the moment.
Okay.
I think it's 2 now. 2. Well, yeah, 2. So yeah, it's one of those things. Stu says, anyone here remember when you had to use a dial on the telephone to make a call or get up? I remember a TV where you had to get up and change.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyone old enough to remember dial-up with BBSs? I'm not even sure what that means, but okay. Got to go. Dinner is online. Dinner is done, says Karen. We'll watch back later. Glad. Had a good time. Now let's check Beck's shop to interrupt. Okay. I remember dial-up. I ran up a phone bill of £5,000 using dial-up internet, says Carmel. Wow, Carmel, that is crazy. David McGregor has come in. Hi, David. How are you?
Hello, David.
But honestly, it's important. Sion the Moore says, Claire says, I'm gonna have to check out Google Calendar. Can you sync it with iPhone Calendar?
Right. Now, I had to download the Google Calendar, but yes, it will, as long as you've got that app on your phone.
You have to download it, unfortunately.
It won't use iPhone's calendar because I've got an iPhone and I had to
download
to get it to work on my phone. I had to get the Google Calendar
app. Google. Well, I mean, maybe we should be a bit more broad. A calendar app. It doesn't have to be. If you're using the iPhone calendar, Claire, then
the only reason why I like the Google Calendar app is because I can put stuff into the desktop and it will go onto my phone. Yeah. And
but if you use, but if you're using like a Mac and you've got but what if you're using like Safari or something? Then it might do the same thing. Yeah, if you're using all Apple, then
a desktop PC, which is and then an iPhone. So and those it won't go. If I do like Google Calendar, it won't go to my phone. Into just iPhone Calendar.
Sai says Microsoft Office 365 have a really useful thing called Flow. Allows you to automate tasks, create and automate workflows and tasks across multiple apps and services without help from developers. See, Sai, now that sounds like you're on a next level of organization that we're just not quite at. And Lord Ahab says, thanks to this channel, I'm asking myself questions like Armour or Traxxas. Armour all day. Armour all day. I say that as... Okay, Traxxas is like the Apple of RC cars, if that makes sense. Like they're quality, they're really good quality, and you won't go wrong. And the Traxxas X Max is like one of the best monster trucks you can get. And the Slash 4x4 is insane. The Traxxas UDR, the Ultimate Unlimited Desert Racer, is really good. Traxxas are very, very good and are often a great way of enjoying RC. Always parts available, etc., but you do pay a bit up for them, and when people get into like the whole modification and enjoy like tweaking their cars, they tend to then start liking other manufacturers, like, you know, the Axials out there and the Armours out there and things like that. But I'd say you can't go wrong with either of those brands, Lord Ahab, Armour or Traxxas. You can't go wrong with either of those. They're both really good brands. Don't have offers on the majority of my items, just had 2 in the last 30 minutes, 1 accepted, 1 declined, says Southwest Sellers. Okay, cool. Nice. David says, don't often catch this chat live these days. It's fine, David. It's yeah. But yeah. Alia says, just look up the software, or you may be able to download it from the Sony website at BCP. Oh, okay. Have you ever had returns, Z, says Daniel. Loads, Daniel. Yeah, loads of returns. Yeah. Right. People talking about how old their first TVs were. Our first colour TV when I was about 8 had a dial for the TV channel, says Southwest Sellers. I remember having a Grundig TV which we had to go and press the buttons, and it had a really big clicky sound. But there we go. But yeah, honestly, David says, I use Outlook Calendar because I use that for emails, OneDrive, etc. It's all synced to my phone desktop. You can have shared calendars with the wife too, which is handy. Yeah, honestly, guys, I know this sounds so ignorant, and it is ignorant of us, because I mean, you were using it, but it's not like you said to me, by the way, Zia, this is really good. Did you?
I did. On many occasion.
When did you say that? No, you didn't.
I did.
I don't remember you saying it. What did you say?
I used to say it to you all the
time. What did you say?
I'm using this and I think you should use it.
Yeah, but like, really you can't just tell me, like, you know, you got to give me a why, haven't you?
I told you it was really awesome.
You told me it was awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, maybe I didn't believe you.
No, but at the time, right, this is what happens, right?
Yeah, go on.
You do this all the time, right? And your brain just does not function. So what you do, right, is you can't remember when I've had a conversation with you.
And then I find out about it.
And then you find out
and then I'm like, wow, look at this.
Why didn't you tell me about it? And I'm like, I did months ago. And you chose to ignore me.
Well, Fancy Pants here was using calendars already, but you know, I really think it is such a game changer in terms of time. I just feel it's fantastic. Question, Z, 2 petrol RC cars at an auction viewing tomorrow. No description on online catalogue. What brands are good in the world of petrol RC? You've got to be careful with petrol RC. Firstly, do you mean petrol or do you mean nitro? Because nitro engines are different. Petrol engines are like 2-stroke. And when it comes to these big petrol cars, in recent years, there's been a massive influx of what are called like clones. Now, that doesn't mean that they're bad, and it doesn't mean they've got no value at all. Sometimes they can be really... There's brands called Rovan, King Motor. Those are like the clone brands, and they will sell you clones of the most cloned cars are the low C5. Low C5T brand new is a £1,500 RC. Okay, so it's a lot of money. So Low C is a brand to look out for. They do the 5T, they do something called the DBXL, they do something called the MTXL, which is a monster truck. Very good brand. If you see Low C, it's good. Chances are. But they have been cloned, and you can buy cloned versions of those cars. So a £1,500 car will cost you like 700. So these clones are not like cheap knockoffs in the traditional sense. They're made of amazing materials. They're very good. But you've got to be careful whether you're getting a clone or not. The most popular petrol car is what's called a Baja. HPI were the company that have the original Baja. Again, it's quite a pricey truck, and that has been cloned to death by Rovan and King Motors. You can buy a brand new Baja petrol 5th scale from like GearBest or something. I've seen them for as little as like 350 quid. So that's something to bear in mind. If you've got any other questions, Gary, just shoot me a message. I'm happy to talk to you and you know, yeah, give you a bit of info on it. Right. Trello app boards are also good starting points for tasks, Sai. I have to look into that. Trello. Oh, okay. Husband, wife, haha, says Mary Death Deals. Okay. Love the chemistry, says Dave. I remember servicing them old TVs back in the early cable TV days, says RJ.
I think if you go up...
Yeah.
No, too far.
How far? How far?
I can't see it now.
What is it? What is it?
There was a message about having a TV.
A TV?
Yeah, a Grundig.
A Grundig? Was it? I think I saw it down here. We used to have a Grundig TV, says BCP, with clunky sounding buttons. Yeah. Yeah.
We had like a really big chunky TV, didn't we?
We did. We had the big Toshiba 36-inch. Baja, didn't they do that song "Who Let the Dogs Out"? David McGrath. Yeah, it's like BAJA, Baja, like, you know. Yeah. So, but yeah, they're very cloned, but they're still really good cars, even if you do get like a cloned version.
Yes.
So really, as we've waffled on about, these calendar apps have been amazing. And another little tip, guys, I don't know how many of you guys, when you're working, listen to music. I'm sure a lot of you people you know, listen to music. Am I right? If not, you know, fine, say so. But this is another like a game changer for me. This blew my mind. I am the kind of person that really doesn't like listening to just random playlists or
See, I will.
Yeah.
Do you know what? When I'm sitting down and doing work, if I want music on, right, I'll go into YouTube and I'll search a particular song, and then I'll just find a playlist through YouTube, and I will just let it run. Yeah. Right. So
but that could have songs.
Don't
that
really mind what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
So that's the type of person I am, right? You are slightly different.
Well, I mean, you're quite happy to you'll listen to suggested songs, won't you?
I'll listen to anything.
And just like some people are happy to listen to the radio.
Yeah.
I really can't stand listening to songs that I'm not into, as it were. So I like having songs that I like listening to. And another game changer for me has been to actually use music playlists. I know this sounds really dumb, but I really found it to be a massive time sink, because what was happening is when I was working or if I was doing some listing, editing or whatever, every now and then I'm having to switch over to a different window and then search for another song because I didn't like the song that came out. You know, it was always annoying, and I'd find I was wasting so much time just flicking songs. And it's really weird how it's these little seemingly unconnected and insignificant things that have a massive impact on how much work you do in the day. And since actually having a playlist, it's really been like a mind-blowing thing where it's like, so now I've got Google Calendars keeping me on track, I've got my playlist playing all songs that I like, and I've been able to just be a lot more productive generally, work-wise, and stuff around the house as well. It's just been brilliant. Dave says, I don't listen to music while working. I have live streams on of circuit board repair. And Death by Glamour says, as much of a metalhead as I am, I actually prefer to work in silence. Wow, okay. Not my cup of tea. Pommy Pickers, Rod has popped in. Hey there. Good day, guys. Bet I've missed most of the stream. No, nothing. Adam says music without lyrics is better for concentration. Well, the kind of music I'm listening to at the moment, it has lyrics, but they may as well not have lyrics. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm listening to some pretty basic songs where they repeat the lyrics a lot. One of my favorites is Racks on Racks on Racks at the moment. It's by an artist called Lil Pump. Yeah, have a listen, see what you think, let me know. That's one of my favorites, that is, at the moment. And yeah, you may as well not have lyrics, don't you think? Stu says, Yezi, much better to listen to your own playlist. It's these little tiny things, guys, that make such a big difference. Just select lounge music on YouTube for hours of wonderful background music during listening, says Fritz. See, I can't do that, you know, it's just not... Alf. Okay. David McGregor says, you guys on Spotify, there is a reseller playlist on there. No, I'm not on Spotify. No. It's not my we've got like Amazon Music. Jean-Michel Jarre Dave likes to listen to. And Southwest Sellers has 13,000 tunes on my iTunes library on PC and iPod. Wow.
Alfie.
Okay. No idea who added all the Celine Dion and Shaggy. S Club 7. I usually just stick YouTube on with a 90s playlist. Barry Brown says Lil Pump thumbs up. Oh gosh. Very funny, Adam. So yeah. Anyway, these are little things that I've noticed. I'm gonna do some sales. Share with you guys some sales. But I've got to quickly set up the
because we're using like a screen that we don't normally use. We're gonna have to set up our little bits and pieces. So
exactly.
bear with us
we're gonna have to quickly set this up.
Yes.
Bear with me, guys. Where is it? That's not right. Okay. Get rid of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just set this up the old school way. I think I'm just gonna do window capture, and we're gonna go for that one. There you go. All right. Okay, so hopefully we should be good. Okay. Okay, we're going to do some sales, so you're going to have to just bear with us, guys, while we quickly set it up. Because like I said, we didn't really get a chance to set it up. Just a couple of sales that may be interesting. Alia says, I watched a pirate radio DJ documentary on BBC, which I didn't even know Kiss was underground before. It had some really nice electro hip-hop. Been listening to that all week. Oh. I listened to John Cage's 433 says World Events. I listen to a lot of happy hardcore. RJ's got Amazon Music as well. Sai says, do you feel burnout is a problem for you? Not really. I suppose maybe we don't like work hard enough to get it. I don't know.
Peter's asking, what were you listening to in my last vlog?
I don't know.
I can't remember what you were listening to.
What was it? I don't know.
It wasn't Little Pump. It was something else.
What's it?
Yeah. I'll have to go into it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And have a listen, but it wasn't Little Pump that it was listening to. It was something else. Something
equally as bad, probably, right?
Possibly. Not everything you listen to is bad.
No?
No.
Okay.
It's just the repetitive ones that, like, you really do like some annoying songs. And they're like songs that like really get in your head afterwards. And I go to work and I'm like, yeah. And I don't even like it, but it's going around in my head.
It's in your head and you're like, ah.
Yeah, that's the type of thing that you like listening to. But Peter, I'll have to have a listen in on the vlog because I can't remember what song he was playing.
Okay. I'll show you. We're going to just share a few sales with you guys. Nothing major. But just a couple of little items that we have sold this week that, you know, you might find interesting. Just make sure that we're all good to go here. Everything is set. I think we are good to go. All right. BCP, huge pump. Oh my gosh. Okay. Question. Okay. Right. New messages. Okay. Right. Let's quickly go into some sales. Some of these are gonna be RC parts, obviously, because that's what we're like. We're selling a fair amount of. So you're gonna have to obviously like bear that in mind. You know, let me just get this on there as well, and then we can just make that like that, and we can put ourselves like here. There you go. Okay, I think we're pretty much set up, guys. Nothing worse than an earworm. Some songs just stick inside your head for ages, says Stu.
Yeah, like yes. I've got this one in my head at the moment. Is it by Marshmello?
Marshmello lately, lately. Happier.
That's it. And that song which I don't mind because I really like the song.
Happy is a good song. It is a good song.
Yeah, that just keeps going around in my head.
I look at Silver Hair Stacker, says Supreme Nerd here. I work best with Mozart playing whatever floats your boat. Exactly. Silver Hair Stacker. It really you know what, that's the beauty of it. It is all about what works best for you.
When I used to want to like try and get off to sleep, I used to listen to I'd have a laptop in the room and I'd play like on YouTube like the sounds of waves. And but not just that, but like sometimes like when I want to be motivated or something, I like listening to Hans Zimmer soundtracks. You know, like I love the Superman one, I love like the Batman Dark Knight ones. So But yeah.
Yeah. David McGregor enjoys some classical too as well. Okay. All right, let's go and do some sales, guys. Couple of sales. These are always fun for me to share.
We are going to try and run through these.
Yeah, we're going to run through these. I love sales like these. These are some little metal pins basically which go through the A-arms of an RC car. So you know, like cars have got like A-arms, and these pins hold the A-arms to the chassis. That's all that is. Becca's told me not to go too into detail on this stuff.
I have asked not too much detail because it goes.
But 12
do you know
quid.
what? I sit
Look
here,
at that,
right, and it goes
quid.
right over my head, and I have to list this stuff, right? I can only imagine what you guys feel like when we show it each week.
Yeah, well,
so
it's what
I've
I
asked him to cut out like
12 quid. It feels good when you're shipping this out for 12 quid. Right. And next sale. This is quite a nice one. We've got about 5 of these in stock. This is the first one to have sold. I only listed this literally a couple of days ago. Well, what? Now what do you send you off to sleep now? Bex looks at Z. Very funny.
Do you know what? Funny you should say that. I actually listened to his Fortnite stream.
So mean, man. So mean.
What happened? I've been putting it on.
Yeah. Is that boring? Is that terrible?
It's not that terrible, honestly. I'm just really tired at that point.
Okay. This is a really nice sale, guys, for us. This is a drone. So basically, you can see that the yellow thing is the tiny little drone. It's got a camera on it. There's the controller. It comes with a battery. The controller's
like bigger than the drone.
Well, yeah, the controller's way bigger than the drone. So you can see it's a tiny little drone. We've got like 5 of these, and this has got like a little screen with it, which is called FPV. Like, you know, so basically what you can do is you can fly the little drone around, and you'll be able to connect the screen to your transmitter, and you can see where the drone is flying. So, you know, that will be really cool. And that sold for 100 quid plus shipping, and we've got a few more of those to sell as well. So I'm really, really happy with that one.
Yeah.
And then the next sale, this we've been hanging on to for a while. We bought 2.
It was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, we bought 2. I think we spent 15 quid or 20 quid. I think it was 15 actually. Yeah, it was. I got a deal. Yeah, I got a deal because I remember Jason Entwistle looked and they wanted 20 or something, and we ended up getting it for 15. We sold the other one for good money. It was like 60 odd quid or something. I can't remember now, but it was really good money. This one hung around. Nobody wanted it. And this is like this is just the gubbins, no actual game included with this Mists of Pandaria box set. We've been reducing it. It was up at like 50, 40, and it finally sold at 30 quid. So happy to get rid of that. So that was a nice little sale as well. And what else have we got here? We've got a few comments coming in. David McGregor says Hans Zimmer Inception stuff is great. Yep, agree. Also love Lord of the Rings and Braveheart tunes when listening. Barry Brown says question. Z, are you aware if you have to be a business on eBay to do web interpret? Asked Barry Brown. I don't know, Barry. I think you probably have to be a business seller. I would guess you'd need to be a business seller. And Sue says, bloody hell, just got a ka-ching, nearly jumped out of my skin, lol, says Sue. And Adam says, Z, are you selling the evidence from your Gatwick trip? Very funny, Adam. That is not the kind of drone, right? That is not the kind of drone that would be capable of disrupting.
No.
This is like 100 quid drone. I believe the drone that was used was probably like a 10 grand drone or something. So yeah, it's not me, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I remember those. Wow, the witch wanted 20 each, wouldn't drop for me, says Jason. Yeah, we didn't. We didn't pay that much at all. Was that from Windyke, says Claire? Yes, it was, Claire.
Yeah, it was. But I think the thing is, I think we were just like the people that came along after everybody else. I think we got
lucky because she'd been asked a couple of times and no one bit. Yeah. And then it was raining and cold, and we went in with the low ball, and she was like, I was like, well, yeah. Moving on though.
And you did point out that like it was some of it can be used.
Yeah, when none of it can be used really.
So
like the game isn't
like,
the game doesn't work. It's just a box. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is a nice little sale. We've got a bunch of these little fiberglass canopies for RC helicopters. So these are like really cool. You can see that they're just little canopies made of fiberglass. You put them on a radio control helicopter, and we sold it for 15 quid plus shipping, so we're pretty pleased with that. This is another nice sale. This is the last one of these left. Only got one left. £20, and it's a muffler. A muffler is basically like an exhaust, and this is for a helicopter, but 20 quid, and we love this stuff. This stuff is insane. This is one of my favorites. This is a small packet of wheel hex drive nuts. It's such an insanely small item, and it's mind-boggling. I mean, this was originally priced at like a £5, and we sold it for €18.87 plus shipping.
These aren't. I would just like to say, when I was listing this stuff, it wasn't prices that I just kind of made up on the top of my head. Yeah, I quite clearly saw that they had sold. Yeah, at those prices. Otherwise, I wouldn't have listed it at that price.
Yeah, it sold. I mean, it went to some guy. It sold on eBay.de through WebInterpret. €18.87 plus about €6 in shipping costs for a tiny little packet, which is insane. So really happy with that. And then we sold some carbon fiber helicopter blades. That was really good as well, so can't grumble with that either. And then we also sold a one-way bearing. We've sold loads of these. We've got 57 available, 15 sold, 14 quid. We sell those for each, so pretty pleased with that. Yes. We did also get one other sale, which I can share with you guys. I'm hoping it's going to go off without a hitch. It's a little bit of a concern because you never know what's going to happen with these kinds of items. But we did sell. We did finally sell our copy of Super Smash Brothers. It sold in the US. We did take an offer on it, so didn't really make a great deal of money on it, I don't think. I mean, I bought a bunch of video games for 400 quid. We've still got the lion's share of them left. This was Super Smash Brothers. We had it up at, as you can see, US $2.95. I believe we accepted something around $2.15 or $2.20 plus the shipping, because the shipping was quite high. And it sold. The guy seems pretty happy. I'm hoping he's going to be happy once he's received it. So that was a nice little sale to finish up on. So we've had some nice sales come through this week. So there we go. Right. Let's pop back into the chat for you guys, because I know you guys aren't always interested in what we've sold, but I wanted to go through it because this is what we're selling, right? It's what we're selling. Lord Ahab with a funny comment saying World of Warcraft, terrible movie, surprised they made a video game out of it, with a winky face. So he clearly is aware of that meaning of that. So yeah, there we go. Question from Graham Nichols. Hi Graham, are you using eBay promoted listings? If so, are you also noticing that good till cancelled promoted listings have their percentage reset to the trending rate rather than the rate you set? I actually got a call from Nick about this. I spoke to him about this, and no, in my case it's not been an issue. No. Ours are good till cancelled, they auto relist, and they've stayed at where we've set them, and we've not ended up paying more. So I'm not sure, it might not be affecting everybody. Sometimes it happens where the websites,
I mean, there was that problem of
the photos, where some people had their photos deleted, some weren't. So
it might be just one of those things that hasn't affected.
Touch wood, we've not been affected by it. Muffler FNAS shit. David McGregor says Jet came to our school once in Scotland and started.
Okay.
Is that true, David?
Oh dear.
If that is true, that is amazing. But I really do.
Aww.
Okay, the TV shows Cutting Edge have the remix too. What? Okay, there it is. Baby Sharks as Mary Death Deals. questions are here from Pommy Pickers. You need to go to the hardware shop, buy a stack of small bits and bolts, and make your own branded packets up, says Pommy Pickers. You know what, Rod? The thing is, it's too much work involved in that, because you have to like get the measurements right. Thing with RC is, sometimes things look like they should fit, and they might even measure as if they should fit. Yeah. I've had situations myself where I've upgraded a car. Actually, can you bring me my little low-C red truck?
Which one?
The little cute little red one. You know, the short course truck. Yeah.
The cute little red one.
Yeah. I'll show them what I mean. Yeah. The little red. It's got a little red car. The one that I always race with the blue bits in it and everything.
Oh,
yeah.
That one.
Wonder what web interpret translated muffler to. I don't know. Sold the RC Boys. Oh, Smash Brothers. Yes, sold Smash Brothers. Okay. Alright. I want to give you an example, Rod. This is why having the original parts is so good. Sometimes, this is one of my little trucks I like using. It's like a little short course truck. Isn't it cute? So you think it's... How cute this is. I think.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. As you can see, I've done a few hop-ups to it. We've got the aluminium oil-filled shocks there. No, but the reason why I'm talking about this is because sometimes you buy aftermarket parts made for your car, and the tolerance of their quality control might be ever so off, and then you might find that just by replacing a like-for-like part, but say you've broken a plastic part and you've replaced the same part, as I did with these C-hub, and it wasn't the front C-hubs, it was the rear carrier hubs. I replaced like for like. The plastic ones broke, I replaced them with these blue metal ones. All of a sudden, I could no longer fit in the pin that holds the wheels on, which ended up meaning I also had to upgrade my drive shafts, my dog bones, to different ones. So one upgrade led to me being forced to get another. It doesn't always happen. Most of the times, actually, it doesn't happen, but sometimes it does, and that's why you've got to be so particular, and it would just be too much of a headache, I think. Plus, it was just an excuse to show my wicked RC. How cool is that? Okay. And World Event says, noticed in a sale you've just shared that you have discounts the more you buy on a single items, multi-quantity. Was it complicated to set up, and have people been using it? It wasn't. It wasn't complicated, and yes, people have been using multi-quantity. Not on everything, but on some bits. No wishes this week, says Gary. This week robbed.
And Adam says
no charts. Well, I have done 1,500 on web interpret over the last 4 weeks. Shazad, that's a good idea.
Really
we can share with you our web interpret.
We were actually going to set that up, weren't we?
Yeah, we'll share.
Didn't do that.
Yeah, we'll show you a graph of sorts. We haven't got everything set up, guys. I'm really sorry. It's been such a nightmare to get this working, even as it has. But we can share with you our web interpret. Because we did say we'd keep you guys updated on how it has been for us. And I think it's actually so far been pretty damn good. We've now used Web Interpret for a month, and we're now going to be using their paid for service, because we feel that
we've been
40 quid a month is worth the money. So let me just show you what we've actually sold on Web Interpret over the last 4 weeks. So we've had an additional £1,100 nearly over 4 weeks. For me, that's well worth 40 quid a month. Awesome. Now it's questionable. It's not questionable whether it's worth 40 quid a month really, but you can be clever and just get them to add the European Sales Booster, which is free. Okay, European Sales Booster is free. The only reason I'm paying more is because I've got a big inventory. European Sales Booster limits you to 500 listings, and it only lists to Germany, France, Spain, Italy. However, that's where most of your sales are going to come from. Germany, France, Spain, Italy. You're going to do fine with that. But if you've got big inventory over 500 items, which we do, and you do want to also sell to eBay.com, then I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
We have, like I said, got an additional £1,092. Now the interesting thing is, guys, the breakdown has been quite good. Germany has been a huge market. We've had £400 of sales from Germany. Now the thing is, the interesting thing is we're still getting German people coming to eBay UK and buying from us, but now we're getting people that are from other countries, like Hungary especially, we've noticed.
Yeah, and there was another one that we had as well.
A Japanese guy bought from, So we're not only getting the German buyers coming to eBay UK and buying from us still, but we're also now seeing that there's other people in other countries that use the German website as opposed to the UK website, and now they're buying from us. And we've had 400 quid worth of sales from Germany. The US has come in strong second with 380, then Italy with 150. So for the money, I'm not gonna grumble. I'm very happy with that. You can see also by paying, they translate all your listings. Currently they've translated 1100 of our listings. Not all of our listings can be translated because some of the items I got listed I didn't want to be translated because either they're really big and bulky, you know, that kind of situation. So really pleased with how Web Interpret's going for us. Well worth looking out. And Shazad says he's done over 10 grand on promoted listings as well. That's amazing. Claire says cute truck. Anyway, Beck sold his scarves this week. and Thailand Heron says please look interested.
Do you know what, I try. I do.
Oh gosh. Shazad says I have 10 sites. We've only got 8. We've not, they when I spoke to them, I think it's because of the cost. You might, you know, we don't have the anchor store, so it would cost us for listing in there. So that's the thing. Is Germany going to be a problem with new tax requirements? Says Sai.
Don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. I have no clue, Sai. I've not really thought about that yet, but I'm going to now. RJ says, so have all the sales data. Have you now signed up? Yes, we've signed up. We're happy with it, RJ. Right. Thanks for the reply. I have some multi-quantity items listed and I'll give it a try. I can see how it could encourage people to buy more. Definitely. David McGregor says too many resellers scrimp and try to save every single penny and too afraid to pay for services. Invest in your business and it will reward you. Completely. No, there's no translation to the USA, Pommy. But normally if you list on eBay.com you have to pay per listing. If you list an item and you want it shown on eBay.com, there's a tick box, isn't there? Have you seen it sometimes? You might not have seen it. Okay.
I don't know whether I've seen it. I can't say.
Yeah. Well, if you've got international postage set up and you're listing an item, it will give you an option to tick a box where it will list on eBay.com for you, but it adds like a 30 or 50p charge. Whereas with this, it's obviously
I haven't noticed it, so I can't comment on that.
Ordered on Canada by a buyer from Israel, says Shazad. Exactly, Shazad. It's crazy how people buy. And Shazad says, I have the featured store. I don't know, maybe it's because of the amount of items, because you've only got 378 localized items. We've got 1,099. So I think that's probably why, Shazad, because you're still going to be within your free insertion fee territory, whereas if we were to get all of our stuff also listed on other sites, on the 2 more sites, it would go over our free insertion fees, and then we'd suddenly start paying masses of insertion fees as they relist. So they've done it to save us money. And they've taken out the 2 least productive ones. I think they've taken out eBay Belgium and eBay Ireland, so they probably won't have too much of an impact. Okay. You can list directly on ebay.com for free. It's true, you can, Shazad. You get 1,000 listings, but you have to do the work. So
someone else is doing the work for us.
Yeah, I prefer not doing the work. Okay, let's see. Is this like a...
I don't know.
Let's see what this is. Oh, it's an offer. Someone wants to buy a gear, do they? Let's have a look. Bear with us, guys. You know, you keep going out of focus. It might be the lighting.
Might be because of the light.
Yeah,
when we lose the light, it will kind of lose focus.
Yeah.
So.
Barry Brown says it's a drop-down box. Now ask if you want featuring on eBay US and Canada. Costs 30p.
Ah, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it. There you go. She sold a gear, spur gear for 12 quid. I'm not going to share it. But there you go. So, that is that. 12 quid. I'm happy with that. Plus have to cross-list, says Karen. Yeah, I like the fact that with Web Interpret, it does give you a few features where obviously they keep track of your stock levels. It gives you a few bits of flexibility where you can raise by a certain percentage for each market. You can raise the price. So if you wanted to, you can put 5% onto the item price. You can charge a bit more on the shipping price. So it gives you that little, a little bit more flexibility. Marcella says take off autofocus. Yeah, I mean we're about to finish now anyway. We've been going for like an hour, haven't we? Yeah, just over an hour. So we're about to finish. So we might not have to do that. But yeah, sorry we didn't show you any graphs. We showed you the Web Interpret graph. So I'll have to do. But yeah, we're pretty pleased.
We'll try and make sure we're set up properly for next week.
Yeah.
So that we can share properly.
Yeah, we just had a glitch where it just wasn't working with.
The thing is, we had to restart the computer, so we weren't set up properly for going live on time. So
exactly. Yeah, what did Dave do? I'm interested to see what Dave said in the chat. No, that's terrible. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
No, he's scrolling way back. Can't find it. Chart, he shouted, but that was it. Are you doing a quiz, says David? No, we're not.
No.
No, we're not. We don't have any that kind of knowledge.
We're rubbish
it's
at
an
quizzes.
Hour. It's been an hour.
Yeah.
So
it's not
we
happening.
hope you enjoyed the chat. If you did get something useful, then great. If not, then unlucky. Thanks for joining us. We do appreciate the support.
We do.
And we've now got to go and do our dog walk.
We do. We've got to go walk off.
Yep. And we'll see you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us.